Hello everyone, it's Pam from Glam Junk Journals, and I'm happy to be back here with you today. Last week I was on vacation visiting my daughter and son-in-law, and I had an absolutely marvelous time, but I'm happy to be back and I was missing crafting. So what I wanted to do today is to continue on my ephemera color challenge. And if you remember, the last episode we did focused on the color blue. And the whole challenge for me is looking through my scrap bin and my fabric bin and pulling out certain colors. So let me show you the blue bin. So here it is. And I've got to be honest with you guys, since the last video, I did go back in my scrap bin and my fabric bin, and I wanted to pull out some additional blues. So I have a lot here today. So we're going to make something different with these blue scraps of fabric and paper. So as you guys know, I absolutely love postcards, right? I collect them. I can't get enough of them. I just kind of hoard them. They're just my thing. But what happens if you get a postcard that you don't really care for? And I have run into that when I've bought a stack of postcards, and some of them are just kind of meh, or some of them are downright ugly. So what do you do with them? So I thought what we could do today is create some postcard pockets using postcards that aren't necessarily the greatest. So here are some that I absolutely love. You guys know how I love florals. I love these postcards. But let me show you some that aren't so fabulous. And I've pulled some out here, and look at these. This is, there's a specific name for these. These were for CB radios, if I'm correct, and I could be totally off, but look at these. And this one isn't bad, but it's not my style, as is this one. So I thought, let's use these up. And just a little side note, you can always pick up postcards at thrift stores. And depending on how pretty or not pretty they are, they can be really cheap. Like these would be, I don't know, 10 cents. So I thought, let's use these, and let me show you something a little bit different with the postcards. So I always look at the front of the postcard, right? Which makes sense. But what about the back? Now, the back can be even cooler than the front sometimes, depending on, what's on the other side. But this isn't ugly, and neither is this one. Look at that. Ha! So I encourage you guys to look at the back of the postcards, and that's what we're going to focus on today. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way, and I'll show you what I created. We're going to create some postcard pockets. And these are two that I just created earlier today, and I absolutely think they're adorable. See, there is the back of the postcard there, and I created a tuck right here. And on this particular postcard, I did cover the other side, so I can't show you what was on the other side, but believe me, it was kind of ugly. So I just embellished this up. And what a great way to use up some ugly postcards. Yay! And these are going to look absolutely fabulous on a page. Let me grab one. So this is just a dictionary page for the current journal that I'm working on. And I just think it looks wonderful. And then you can stick, all sorts of ephemera or even your pretty postcards underneath. And I just think it's fabulous. So we're going to create some of these today. And let me show you another one I did. Look at this one. Yay! Now, here's a little side note. you guys are thinking, well, that's great, Pam, but what if you don't have any postcards? Well, this one I created, and this was not a postcard. This was just a piece of file folder, and I cut it to 4 by 6 or approximately that, and that is the standard size of a postcard. So what you could use, this one, like I said, I used a file folder, but I've also got some of this. This was from like the back of a scrapbook paper pack, and it's a thicker piece of cardboard here, and it's going to work great with that. So I've cut some up just in the size like that. So I was thinking maybe we could do a couple different ones today, one using an ugly postcard and one using just a piece of cardboard or file folder, something along those lines. And the coloring doesn't, well, what was that? Oh, that was one of my bits of ephemera that came rolling across. Let's see, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, this one. This one was the file folder, and it's slightly yellowed, but compared to a real postcard, it's a little bit different in color, and that's okay because I like that, that look. It's kind of vintagey. But look at this one. This is the back of the scrapbook paper. It's almost exactly the same. So that is cool. And on this one, there's a shiny side and a not shiny side. So I think we're going to use the non-shiny side. So like I said, what I did is I cut one of these down to be the size of an actual postcard. And then I think we're also going to use this one here. So let me move these out of the way. And we're just going to get going here. So there you have it. We have an actual postcard and just a piece of cardboard here. So I thought on this one, I do have a postcard stamp, and let me show that to you here like this. And that's great if you have one. If you don't, there's all sorts of other stamps you could use. I just like some sort of wording at the top. It doesn't have to say postcard, it can be whatever. So let's make one not with the postcard stamp, but this is just some wording. And I am going to use my archival ink in jet black. And we're just going to go across the top, get some on the stamp here. And I am going to position it so that we can see it right along there. And I hope it's straight because I didn't stand up to see if it's straight, right? Oh, that's pretty good. That's good enough, right? Okay, so we're going to do that. And then move this out of the way here. Do you notice on actual postcards, they've got this little line or this little bit of wording right across the center? So I thought I would make a little line right down the center here. So let me get out my pen. Here it is. I'm using a extra or ultra fine tip Sharpie. And let me just get my ruler here. And I have another ruler, but I don't know where it went. So I'm just going to stand up first so that I can see what I'm doing and just draw a line right down the center like that. Okay, that looks fabulous. All right, now from here, all we have to do is embellish, right? Yippee! So continuing on with my theme of blue, let's consult the scraps that are blue. Let me move this out of the way because I get a little crowded, as you guys know, with all my stuff on my table here. All right, so what are we going to do? Let's see on the blue. This is some cool wallpaper. That's really pretty. I don't know, maybe we'll use that. And then here is just a piece of scrapbook paper. We can use maybe that. Let's see what else we have. Oh, love all this stuff. Don't you guys love this? And this one right here is what I used on this. This is a little wallpaper scrap. So that's pretty. Let's see what else is in here. And this gorgeous image, that's what I used on this one right along here. I love that too. Oh, there's so many things. I don't know what I'm going to use, you guys. All right, so I'm just going to have to deal and just grab one. What's this one? That one's blue, but it's not really blue, but maybe we'll use that too. And one thing I've got to say, full disclosure here, is I did add some cream colored scraps because I like to layer, as you guys know, and I like to add the additional layer of a different pattern. And so in this instance, I used music, as is the same there, but maybe we can use some of this French script. I've got some additional music. I don't know. We're just going to think about it here. All right. So, okay. Back to my, got to focus here. So let's see. Which one are we going to do first? Let's do the one that is the postcard that we are going to create out of the piece of cardboard. So I like jagged edges, as you guys know. So this one, this cardboard, I gotta tell you, or cardboard, what is it? Wallpaper, hello. It's kind of hard to cut. And so I am going to use my scrapbooking scissors just to get kind of a, not jagged, but not straight edge. I don't know, let's see. See, because I like that though. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. This is how I kind of think as I go here, as you guys know. Not sure about that. I'm not really sure. But let's just go with it, right? Okay, and I think I'm going to get out my paper cutter here, and I'm just going to cut right across the bottom, making it even with the postcard. So right along there. And of course, you got to save that, right? Jeez. All right. Okay. All right, so we're just going to glue that down, and I'm also going to create, like I said, a pocket right along here. So I'm going to take my glue stick and just go right along the bottom and up one side. Position that right along there, like that. That looks good. And then the extra I'm going to cut off. So I'm going to cut that off right along the edge here. Another thing you could do with these is you could always cover the back too, but in my particular case for this, the application I'm going to use these for, you're not going to be able to see the back. So that's the reason I'm not worrying about it. Okay, is that even? I think so. A little bit on the edge here. get right across the side there. All right, now from here, it definitely needs something. As you guys know, I love to layer patterns and textures, so let's get out the bin again here. And let's see. Does that blue go? I'm not sure. I like to add fabric. I like to add lace. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do that. This is just, you know, how I like to craft. Is I like to just fool around with stuff until I get something that appeals to me. Oh, that one's pretty. But to me, and this is just me thinking out loud, the quote whiteness of this needs to be toned down a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do first, because I'm looking at it going, this is awfully white. And to me, I like more of a vintage look, and you know, that's definitely personal preference. See, that just takes down a little bit of the whiteness, and I like that. I like that better. It already looks more like an actual postcard, right? Okay, so let's see. I think I'm just going to go with this scrap here, and I'm going to make it a little bit thinner and have it go across the side like that. As you guys can tell, I like to add little embellishments on the sides of things. And then maybe oh, this looks pretty too. Some lace. What do you guys think? I'm not sure about that one either. Oh, wait. Ooh, what's that one? Oh, wait. See, I've got so much. I've got some tulle here. All right. Okay. Yep. Okay, tulle is the way to go. And then maybe this little lace over the top. Yep, that's what we're doing. All right, so I'm going to tack this down with my Fabri-Tac. And just do a little bit because I don't want the glue globs coming through. Could also use my art glitter glue, which I have over there. That's another option. I'm gonna move this out of the way. This is crowding me. Get out of the way. I'm gonna move some of this stuff. All right, so I'm gonna scrunch this up like that. And you can always scrunch more, cut it down, do whatever, right? So yeah, it was really fun to see my daughter and son-in-law. We had a great time. And I gotta tell you, it's just, it's fun to visit places, but it's always fun to be home. And I'm happy to be back. And I'm starting another journal, which I'm very excited about. So I'm going to bring you guys along for the creation of that, like I said before. Get that under there. And as you guys know, I like the smush technique. I like things with dimension. This fabric is fraying on me. So let me move that out of the way. Okay. So that looks really good, except I think these little dudes are a little long, so I'm going to cut those down a little bit. And then I am going to sew around the edges here, but I do, like I said, I want to add something else here. And so let me get out a little bit. No, I don't know if I want that. Maybe I'm still sticking with the music theme here. I kind of like that. Or some words, book page. I don't know. Or maybe a coordinating blue. Yep. All right. I'm kind of liking that. Yeah, that looks really, really good. Or maybe both. All right. That looks really good. Let's just do it before I think too much. Geez, and I'm going to distress the edge here. Where's my walnut stain? Go around the edges here. It's funny because a lot of the scraps that I'm using, in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I used that in this journal. Or, oh yeah, I remember using that in another journal. So, you know, my mind remembers all those things. So no wonder I can't remember other stuff, because I have everything that I've created so far as the fabrics and the papers. I remember how I used it. So my brain doesn't have any room for anything else. And that, I think that's pretty funny. All right. Oh, that looks so good, you guys. It looks just so good. And then from here, I want to add a stamp. And yes, I did pull out a stamp that was blue, admittedly so, but I'm going to stick that on right there. But if you don't have a stamp, you know, no big deal, who cares? And then what I did on these is I did sew around the edge with a decorative stitch. And I also added some of this metallic gilding polish. So we're going to do that too. And I love this stuff. Not saying that I don't love my my wax, but this I'm just kind of going just to give it a little bit of glimmer right around the edge, like that. Ooh, ooh, that looks good. Doesn't that look good, you guys? Oh, yay, yay, yay. Okay, so we're done with one, except I'm going to sew that, but I'm not going to do that right now. So let's continue on and make another one. Now this is the one where this side is, it looks like a church or something. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's a church in North Carolina. And granted, you know, this is just kind of a meh postcard, in my opinion. Not what I want to use, I'm going to use in my junk journals. So, you know, let's use this side. Now, like I said, remember, you could always cover this side if this isn't going to be stuck down to a page. But in my particular instance, I am. So back to the blue bin. Let me pull that out again. Love doing this. Love it, love it, love it. Now that has a lot of different colors, including blue. But I think I want to stick to lots of blue. Does that make sense? So maybe I'll use this one. All right, it's out of the way. We're going to do the same thing. Now, granted, you know, this is just how I am liking the way these are coming together. But anyway, you want to put a pocket maybe on the side. Huh. Now, after I said that, I'm thinking, well, why don't we do one on the side? Okay. So much for that. All right, and like I said, I like the torn edge. So I'm going to tear this down here a little bit. And I do have tear rulers, but sometimes, you know, just tearing is fun. All right. And maybe, should I go, I don't know. I'm thinking out loud again. Should I go all the way across? Or excuse me, you know, just cover up the postcard somewhat. I don't know. I don't know. And then I'm thinking this is going to be a big expanse of white. So I might have to do some additional collaging. So let's just go with it and we'll see what happens. I'm going to distress the edge on this. And this one I'm going to glue down all the way. I'm not going to have a pocket there, and I'll show you why in a sec. So I'm just going to put a layer there. Kind of move it over like that. And I think I did get all the way up to the edge. Yep. So just going to tear that off or cut it, whatever you want to do. Yeah, so whenever I go into thrift stores, I'm always looking at postcards, and they usually have a bin. Now you could always fold this over too, which I can do without tearing it off, right? So they usually have a bin, you know, postcards, 10 cents or, you know, something like that. And I have to look at them a little different because I would pass this up. I'd go, I don't like that. But look at the back. Something to think about, guys. All right, now from here, I want to create a pocket going this way. So I'm going to tear a little bit off the side there. And I don't know. Tear this down some more. I want more of an angle. So thanks for hanging with me today. I wanted to say thank you again for all your lovely comments. Definitely. So a special thank you today to Candace and Maria. Thank you guys for commenting on my videos. I appreciate it so much. It just means the world to me when you guys comment on my videos. I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. So thank you all. So it's almost the end of summer, you guys. Isn't that weird? Time flies. When we were younger, I shouldn't say we, maybe you guys are young, but I'm assuming you guys are my age. But when I was younger, you know, you couldn't wait for school to be out for Christmas, or you couldn't wait for summer vacation. And now it's like, poof, it just keeps flying by, right? All right, I'm gonna fold this down too. Just tear that off the side and look at this gorgeous piece of ephemera. Ha ha ha. Ooh, have to save that. All right, so there we go. All right, so I'm gonna distress the edge of this also. You could also use a coordinating color of distress ink. Now, granted, I always go for my, you know, my tea dye, my vintage linen, and my walnut stain. But who's to say that you can, you know, have to use that? You can use any other. Now, this edge is bugging me, so I'm going to tear that off. I don't like it. There we go. That's better. Tack that down like that. What else does this need? This definitely needs something, because that's kind of, it's still not embellished enough for me. So what are we gonna do? I don't know. Back to the bin. Back to the bin. Oh, that one looks pretty cool. Maybe I'll use that. I don't know, that one's pretty cool too. Oh, geez. Geez Louise. That one's pretty. I don't know. I'm bringing them all out. Bringing out all the fabrics here. Ooh, of a ribbon too. What else? Oh, that one's pretty. Let's see if something grabs our eye and just makes us say, please put me on here. That one's really pretty, but it's kind of bright. That's really cool. Where did I get that one? That one, I don't know where I got. I think that was some Sari silk that came in some Happy Mail or something. I keep going back to this one, don't I? So I think I'm going to put it right along the bottom there. I'm going to tack that down again. And you know, I could embellish things till the cows come home. Seriously. Sometimes I don't know when to say enough is enough, right? I don't know. Are you guys the same way? You just keep adding and adding? Oh gosh. Okay, now, what else does this need? I am going to sew around the edges here. I'm going to find myself a stamp here. Or maybe 2 stamps. Yeah, let's do 2 stamps. Let's see what other. Okay, that. Now this looks like a bow tie. Now this is kind of bugging me. So I'm going to have to kind of finagle that around. I mean, I like bow ties, but I don't want one right here. Okay. So I'm going to glue these cuties down. Make sure I don't put it upside down, although that's not the end of the world if I do, right? Okay, that looks so good. I'm going to distress the edge of this and then do my gilding polish again, just along the edge here. That looks so good. So good, you guys. Ooh, yay. Yay, I'm gonna wipe this extra off my hands. All right. Now from here, something right there. One thing leads to another, right? Do a button. See, this is still looking like a bow tie. I don't know, it's how I smushed it. I have to cut this down just a little bit on the side to make it less bow tie-ish. Oh man. Okay. All right, now let's see, what are we gonna do? Okay. I need to add some embellishments right there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the camera and sew around the edge of both of these cuties, and I will be right back, and then we'll see the finished product. These are so cute. So hold on just a sec. All right, here are my finished postcard pockets. I did sew all the way around the edge, and this side I didn't glue and it was kind of flapping, so I just sewed around the edge. So we've got a pocket here, and look how pretty that is. But you know me, gotta add some more. So let's just put in some blue ephemera here, and look at this cute little thing. I thought that would look fabulous right there. So I am going to glue that down real quick. Put that on there. And I just think that that is adorable. And then what could you do? Oh, you could stick, you know, whatever ephemera in your pockets. And remember this is the part we tore off that we used as the pocket right here. I think that just looks fabulous right in the back. So look how cute that is. And then of course something down here, those type of little fabric clusters always draw my eye to it, and I think, oh, well, something needs to go there. And that's just how I like to decorate. I thought maybe a little button, couple buttons actually, that's a fancy button, and then one like that. Wouldn't that be cute? Right like that. Oh, so adorable. And then what about this guy? Oh, let's see. I've got a calling card there, a little bit from my ephemera stash, little bits right there. And then what could I put right there? I don't know. I have jewelry. Of course, you guys know I love jewelry, right? It's just a vintage earring. Look how cute that is. Ooh. Or I have a cute little flower. That would be absolutely adorable there. So there you have it, guys. Isn't that awesome? So check this out. From this to this. Isn't that cool? I just love it. And, you know, decorate them however you like. That's what's so much fun about this kind of stuff. And catered to any style journal. And let me show you, just putting one of these cuties on a page. Whoops. Oh, wait. I'm going to get one where the ephemera is glued down here. Like that. You could put that at the bottom of your page and stick additional ephemera. Not this ugly postcard, but, you know, something along those lines. Look how pretty that is. It just brings so much to the page. Or you could put it in the center and have something at the top, something at the bottom, you know, or make a large tag to go underneath it. Oh, I love that. And like I said in the beginning, if you wanted to, you could always decorate the back and just clip this onto your journal. And these can always go this way too. Look how cute that is. And you just turn your ephemera a little bit so that it, you know, faces up if you want. But isn't that adorable? Oh, I'm just so pleased with how these cuties came out. Oh, yay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I'm going to be continuing on in my ephemera color challenge, and I don't know what color we're going to do next, but that'll be coming up very soon. And also, I'm going to bring you along when I start my next journal. So thanks for watching. And like I said before, I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.